there, it's Kimmy Some Sense coming to you with a new video. Today I am going over some empties. I love it when I see my empty product bottles accumulate because it means I am going through my items, I am using them, I am evaluating whether or not I will repurchase them, if there's something I want to keep in my collection, if they're ones that I probably wouldn't buy again and therefore wouldn't recommend purchasing them. So, and it's nice just knowing that I'm not just, buying these body care items and beauty items and fragrance items and letting them sit just to stare at them, because what's the fun in that? So yeah, first off, I will start. I have a variety of items here that, I will go through. Some of these items, they're not kind of widely available right now. They're either seasonal or, you purchase them as you see them available at a lot of the discount stores. So like, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Burlington Coat Factory, places like that. So I put that out there, with that caveat. And, if I can let you know they're available seasonally, I will let you know. But the first item here is the Up and Up brand from Target. It's the Skin Calming Body Wash, and it's comparable to the Avena Skin Relief Body Wash. This is fragrance free, and it's described as a gentle formula that cleans and soothes dry, itchy skin. So I don't have itchy skin, but I do have dry skin. But if you have dry, itchy skin, like, my heart goes out to you, because I do not do well with being itchy. But this one I used as a neutral scented shower gel, and then also as a kind of like a bath foam. I like to buy the Lush bath bombs, and this is something that's nice that it doesn't necessarily take away from the scent, but I still get that sudsy feeling like in the tub. I would probably buy this again, but right now I have so much body care that it's not one I need to add. But it's also neutral enough that I like about this that anyone in your household could use it. And again, if you're looking for something that, if you prefer, an unscented body care routine, just if you want your fragrance to kind of stand, like if you're wearing the fragrances that they're strong enough to stand on their own, where you don't necessarily have to do a complicated layering routine, products like this work pretty well. And this is also nice for the winter as well, for when dry skin comes around. So I would buy this one again, like if my stock runs low and I feel the need to go ahead and add it. All right, next up on the list I've got 3 bottles of the Bath & Body Works Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. I've got the Strawberry Pound Cake, which is a delicious, sweet, gourmand, and strawberry scent. I've got the, which this is still sold, by the way. I've got the Vanilla Cloud scent, which right now, at last check, I don't think they're selling this currently. I probably purchased this last year, at last year's either semi-annual sale or another one where, they have the buy multiples and you get that discounted price. So this one, I end up stocking up on them and going through them. I mean, probably, every 6 months to a year. So if they came out with a body care scent in this as well, it would be great. But I did love this as a nice, sweet, again, gourmandy vanilla scent. That the notes are whipped vanilla, apple blossom, and sandalwood. And yeah, I like it. So hopefully they come out with this one again for either the fall or the spring, and even in the body care as well. And then I had the Sunwash Citrus, which the notes for this were sugar lemon, juicy pineapple, and mandarin. So a great spring summer scent that, again, because right now I still have a fair amount of soaps to go through here at home. But I would buy those 3 scents again. I did like them. And so I'll probably go back onto the app and see if I can add these as favorites. So when it's time to restock, if they still sell them, then I'll be sure to add those to my collection. And then we also have here the Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer. I like this a lot. And I would rebuy this, and I do have other, backup scents or backup bottles of this in my collection. because this is great for both it's great for year-round use, and this is for argan oil and hyaluronic acid, and it comes also in a oh gosh, coconut oil as well, coconut oil scent, or not scent, but I guess formula. So this one, you just use this straight out of the shower, so your skin's just wet, put this on, and then you towel dry, versus using it in the shower, rinsing off, and then toweling dry. So this one locks in moisture, and then I use like an unscented body cream on top of it during the winter. And then I would go in and use my scented lotion, whatever I'm using. So it's kind of like 3 layers, because that's how dry my skin gets during the winter. And that's how I want to make sure it's, it's supple and it's not, again, super dry and ashy. And then during the summer, I will use this and then whichever other scented lotion I'm using over it, just because with the humidity, the air is not as dry, but this provides a great base. And again, it's not strongly scented to where I don't think it would necessarily mess up whatever, scent combo you have going on. The scent doesn't really stay on your skin, but the moisture does. And so I do like this, and it is one I do recommend. It's a little on the pricey side. Walmart and Target sell it, but I think Walmart has more of the variety and is a little cheaper there. It's about $8 to $9 a bottle, and based on how much you use and the time of year you're using it. I mean, I'll probably get, I don't know, I get a little aggressive when I apply it. And so I would probably last me, maybe, if I'm using it continuously and I'm using it in conjunction with the other moisturizers, I could probably get a month out of this. That's if, again, I'm being conscious of how much I'm using. I'm not going to town on it. Next, I've got the Ouai Scalp and Body Scrub. This was in the Melrose Place scent, which I can still smell it in here. One thing about the Ouai products is that they work best when you're using them all together. So when you have the body cleanser, you have the body scrub, and then you have the body cream, they perform well together. So if you use the body cleanser, so I start with the base, use a deodorant or a bar soap as a base cleanse, use the body cleanser, just, the smell good, to, shower with, and then I'll go in with the body scrub, and this is a scalp and body scrub. I just use it as a body scrub because I think the idea of getting all those chunks of the scrub out of my hair sounds like a nightmare. And then once I've used the body scrub, rinse that off, dry off, I will then use my, usually again, my base body moisturizer, an unscented one like the Cerave, which I'll show here in a bit. And then I would go in with the body cream, and I feel like those 3 together work great. But this is a pricey line. And the scrub, I would put this as on a scale of 1 to 5, I would put this at maybe a 3.5, 4, say if like Treehut scrubs would be considered a 5 in the coarseness scale, which I don't think they're super coarse, but some people do, because these do have like the kind of the larger, not as fine crystals that Treehut has, but they're not as dull, I guess, or as fine, not as coarse as I guess Treehut, but not as fine and almost to the point of being non-existent, like I sometimes feel how the Dove body scrubs are. So again, this is a great line. I like it, but if you don't want to spend a decent chunk of money on this, I'd say you could live without it. You're not missing anything life-changing. I do love the scent. I have the fragrance, the Melrose Place fragrance as well. It was great to be able to try it out, but I don't know if this is something that I would add to my regular rotation. And so based on that, and I have one more jar of this to go through because last year I thought I'd get it as a backup, and I think Ulta was offering points on it. And so I was like, well, you know what, let me at least get my points. And since I was still going through the body cleanser as well. But again, it's okay. I don't hate it, but it's not one where I would rush to get a backup of it. And again, this is one that it's part of their regular offering. And so if I ever decide again in the future I'd want to get it again, you know, it's still available. But for right now, I'm fine going without it once I go through the other jar and finish up the rest of the products from that line. And while I'm still on the body scrub kick, I've got the Treehut Vanilla Shea Sugar Scrub. I do have another one of these that I purchased. This was the first one I purchased from them, and I have a second vanilla one. And this one's okay as well. I do like the Treehut scrubs as a line. I like them, but the vanilla scrub, this one's okay. I get it because it is a neutral scented scrub, but it's a very like milky lactonic vanilla that I'm noticing. I purchased the the shower gel, or the gel from this line, same scent, and I used it the other day, and again, it smells very like a creamy vanilla, but a lactonic, like how warm milk or room temp milk tastes. To me, that's how it smells, but with vanilla in it. So I didn't like it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. See if any of like, you know, my family, friends may want it. I may use it as like a foot soak. I did not like the scent of that gel, and reminded me of, and so now when I use this, that is what the scent reminds me of. So I'm probably going to go ahead and just, yeah, use up the vanilla scrub, but then probably find a different brand of vanilla scrub to try. I believe they have a Tahitian vanilla. I don't know if that one's been discontinued. I need to check on the Treehut website and see if that's still sold anywhere. I could maybe try that one and see if my feelings are a little different, because I do like having a basic vanilla scrub, but once I use up the other jar, I'll probably be okay not repurchasing this. But again, the quality overall of the scrubs I do enjoy. I just not big on that vanilla scent now. And then this scrub here, it's a caramel and brown sugar vegan sugar scrub. It's by a company that was called Crown Jeweled, but at some point, I don't know if they're under new ownership or if the company was sold, or if it's just part of a total rebrand, but I believe they're now called Melanin Body Care. And so their offerings that they have now, they're a little different. If I can share a screenshot of what they have, I will. But everything that they sold at the time under Crown Jeweled, I loved. So hopefully they will come back with this. This was also a fine scrub as well. Probably not. So if you've ever seen videos, you know, from others that kind of show like the thickness of a Treehut scrub, you know, it's not thick, but it's not super runny. This is a pretty thick scrub to where it's almost kind of like, almost reminded me of like kinetic sand somewhat. But I loved it. It just, again, as the name states, it was caramel, brown sugar, very sweet, that I could use with, again, you know, as a vanilla, you know, in lieu of a vanilla scrub. And yeah, I liked it. The only thing that was kind of off-putting about it was sometimes it could get a little clumpy. And with it, it was a brown scrub. And so when you use in the shower, if you had clumps that fell on the shower floor, you know, it looked a little off-putting. So, you know, just kind of rinse that out. So, you know, you wouldn't kind of shock yourself next time you go in and open the shower door or whatever. But yeah, if this comes out again, I would buy this. So I'll probably, if I can put the social media handle of the Melanin Body Care, either in the description or on the screen here, I'll do that, because I do see that they're starting to come out with some of their, there's one additional body butter that they have under Crown Jeweled that they're now putting out under Melanin. And so, so hopefully they will start to then formulate the products that they had under Crown Jewel and start offering those as well, because I loved them, honestly, and that I would keep buying them again. So this is another product that was from Crown Jeweled, and it was a strawberry shortcake vegan body butter. And this was, again, you know, it was almost like a strawberry jam shortcake. So it had the cakey, you know, almost buttercream type, you know, vanilla based scent with like fresh strawberries that have been like macerating in sugar. So I love this. It was, well, I liked the moisture. Again, I always use my base body unscented body cream, put this over it. It gave a nice shine and a nice scent that would stay. So if I were to put this on after taking a shower and before like going to bed, you know, this would last, you know, this scent would still be on my clothes the next morning, or like my night clothes, like my gown, like, you know, whatever's wearing my PJs to bed. And I could still smell it on my skin as well. So again, hopefully they come back out with that again. And so if they do, I'll be sure to, I will be sure to buy it and then go ahead and report back here. And so then while I was on the topic of body creams, let's see here, got all kinds of things in my little basket here. I've got this Vaseline Intensive Care Body Cream, Advanced Repair, fragrance free. This is another one that I would use during the winter and sometimes during the summer. Again, under all the smell good stuff. And this one I purchased from Burlington Coat Factory. It's not really available, you know, at the Walmarts, at Target. I don't even think I've seen it at Big Lots or any of the other discount stores. So even if I wanted to buy it again, I couldn't, unless they have it again at Burlington Coat Factory. And so they had several other varieties of this as well. Not several, but there is a oat one that was in like a yellow jar, and a aloe one that was in like a green jar. I do have the oat one that I need to go ahead and kind of pull that out, start using that here in a little bit. And then I had the aloe one, but the weird thing about the aloe one was I loved it. It smelled, it was just a green, fresh scent, perfect for summer. You know, if you're to wear any like type of cucumber, watermelon scented fragrances, it was going to pair very nicely, but it had these weird plastic chunks in it that I don't know if it was from like the paraffin or something like in the process that went wrong, but I would put it on and I'd have like these little pieces on me that honestly I tossed it because I'll take the $6 hit. That was just annoying. And based on that, you know, I kind of looked at this a little more wary, but I didn't have that issue with this one. But again, I love a thick fragrance-free body cream. So Cerave makes one. The Up and Up brand makes one, I'm pretty sure. The Equate brand at Walmart makes one. So this one I will always buy this type of product, but this one, I mean, there's others out there that are like it that work just as fine. All right, so while we're still on the body cream kick, I've got two from Cerave. It's the moisturizing cream for normal to dry skin. I go through this a ton. I even buy the jars of this from Costco, and I use that as a hand cream that I keep around the house. This one I kept at my desk, and I cut it open just to get scoop every last bit out of it. I use Cerave, again, body cream, foot cream, hand cream. I use this one as a hand cream. And during the winter, I also use it as a facial moisturizer because it's non-comedogenic, which means it doesn't clog your pores. And honestly, it helped with the dry winter air. So I would put on like a vitamin C serum. I put on hyaluronic acid serum, and then I would put this on. And so I would buy bottles for each purpose. So this one, I have hand cream that I keep this at my desk. I work from home, keep it on my nightstand. And then I have one that, again, I use for my feet. And then I had this small one, which is a travel size one that I use specifically for my face. So love this. I can't recommend it enough. And I do enjoy using it. And then another Cerave item that I have, this is also the travel size. It's the hydrating facial cleanser for normal to dry skin. This one was okay. I don't think I'd buy this one again. I have the oil to cream cleanser that I like a little better. This one did work well during the winter, and sometimes I would pair it almost with a facial scrub, like an Origins facial scrub, like a very light layer, because sometimes I didn't feel as if it got my skin as clean as I wanted it to be. It didn't strip my skin, but sometimes I felt like there was like a little bit of a film left. So you want to go in with like a toner afterward. I figured I purchased it. I was going to go ahead and use it because there was only like, again, the 3 fluid ounces, but this one I would say is worth giving it a try. If you're looking for something, again, that's mild, if you have, you know, again, the normal to dry skin, you know, you can always start out with the travel size here. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, well, you know, just use as much as you can to go through it. And then next that I had is one of my empties is the limited edition sweet cream whipped shea butter from Treehut. This was a seasonal offering. Hopefully they come back with it again this year because this one I loved. Now I know how I described the vanilla scrub and the body wash for Treehut and how I'm, again, was not a fan of the scent. This one was totally different. I love this, and it paired well again with the when I paired it with the strawberry shortcake. It was almost like a strawberry cheesecake type scent. And so this smells like what, again, the cheesecake, cream cheese frosting that you would have on a, oh gosh, what is that? Like a red velvet cake. That's what this smells like. You know, it's not too sweet, but it's, yeah, I can't, I mean, so I can't, I'm trying to think of what they have here for the notes on it, but it was, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Long story short, just like a delicious cream cheese frosting that I hope they come out with this again. I have one additional jar of this that I'm trying to hold out and see if I can wear it again in the fall. Based upon some of the scent pairings I put together, I may have to break it out earlier than that, but this one I liked. I would buy this one again. And so next that I have on the list is my empties basket, I should say, versus the list, is from the Soldejaneiro. So I've got, this is from the Cherosa 62 line. So this is like the OG Soldejaneiro scent. Since then, I want to say I started wearing Soldejaneiro 62 and the assorted body care items. I want to say, gosh, like 9 years ago. Like a friend of mine had brought it up and introduced me to it. And so I think probably by that next payday, I went to Sephora because I was at the time, they only sold at Sephora. Now they sell it at Ulta now. And I tried it and I fell in love with it and it became my summer fragrance. Since then, however, Soldejaneiro, they've come out with several other scents and body, scents and just the different body care items in the line. If I can put a screenshot here, I will. But and so I would say I've been wearing this for so long that I don't want to say I'm taking a break from it. I would buy this again in the future if I was like, hey, I really miss that scent. But right now, I think I've been using it for so long. And you've got places like Trader Joe's, Walmart, even like Five Below that offer the dupes of this. I think even Bath and Body Works, they're catching on and offering, similar scents to the Cherosa 62. And so I would say if you haven't tried this, totally go for it. I've enjoyed it. Go to Ulta, go to Sephora if you have one near you. All the Sephoras have it, even the ones in Kohl's. And, go ahead and just sniff it. Try to see if you like it, if it's for you. It is a caramel pistachio. Yeah, so the fragrance notes are, top notes are pistachio and almond, mid notes heliotrope, jasmine petals, and the dry notes are vanilla, salted caramel, and sandalwood. I would say the shower cream gel works nicely. No issues with that. Kind of gives a good base for the scent. The Brazilian Boom Boom cream is also, this one, it's described as a fast absorbing body cream, helps visibly tighten the appearance of skin. And it's true. I liked it for the scent. Again, I don't use this just, again, I do have, again, like I said, that base layer, that body cream, because I do feel the tightening and I'm not a big fan of my skin feeling tight. And this is supposed to have, just some of the ingredients that I guess, it's supposed to minimize, if you have any cellulite or, because it's got the caffeine and I think guarana extract in it. I don't care. So while I enjoyed the scent, I didn't like the tight like the tight feeling I got from it. And so I usually have to go pretty hard with the base layer of my body cream before I put this on. And so I have another big boy jar of this that I discovered when I was kind of taking out some of my spring scents a couple months ago. So I was so happy when I got through this. And then I went to take out some of my other spring scents because I decided to use this during late winter just as a little, you know, introducing, you know, get an early start to spring because I was kind of over winter. But I had the big boy jar that's, I swear it regenerates. I use it and I'm thinking I'm making a dent in it. And when I go to use it again, as I'm trying to go through another like to be used bin to then move over to my empties bin, the same amount of it's still in there. So I don't know, I'll get through it. But yeah, so if you do have an interest in this, if you've heard about it, haven't tried it yet, you know, certainly start off with the travel size, go through that, see how you like it. And then there's also the perfume mist. This one is okay as well. I think you could probably, I don't know if you can spray this in your hair. I don't think you can actually, because it's probably a little drying, but they have so many other things as part of the line as well. So I had the body wash, the body cream, the spray mist, which does not last very long. And this is a travel size. I think they might have an even smaller size of this one, but you know, you really gotta, again, drench yourself in it to keep that lasting power. But they also have the whole line of, there's also, in addition to the products I'm showing you here, they've got, gosh, what is it? The sunscreen, they've got deodorant, they've got the shampoo and conditioner. I think they have the lip balm. So while this may not last for a long time on its own, they have all the other, they have the rest of the fleet, I think, would, you know, keep the scent going. And then there's also the Cerave 62 Eau de Parfum. I bought this again as a travel size just to start out with, to see if it was one that I did want to go ahead and get the larger size on. And I wavered back and forth, and I finally made my mind up that once this was done, I didn't need to buy another one, because funny enough, there is a similar scent that the Good, I think it's called the Good Scent, makes, and they sell at TJ Maxx and Marshall's, that it's almost a dupe for this. And I like that even better. So I think I've probably shown that in a previous video before as well, that again, as long as I remember to remind myself when I'm editing to put a picture of what that looks like up there. But it's just like, it has the same, the notes are slightly different, but somehow it works, and I like it even better than this one. So I would buy this line again, you know, these products again, if I truly miss the scent. But again, there's so many others out there that I would probably try. I've tried the Trader Joe's line before as well, and that one's okay too. And it costs less. It is a kind of, again, but that's in high demand too. So I don't know if the price of that has gone up, but I'm kind of over the scent for right now. So when I start to miss it again, I know where I can find it. But yeah. Okay, and while we're on the scents, so I just showed the Soldejaneiro Cerave 62. I've got the travel size of the Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. This one I do love. I already have a couple other, I have one other travel size in this one, and it's actually the little tiny bottle. I think I would buy this again, because I do enjoy the scent. And I do have the 3.4 ounce bottle of this. But one thing I have discovered is that Paris Corner has a, they have the dupe for it. I have it. I love it. I would probably, once I ran out of my full sizes of the kayali one, I could see myself probably buying the Paris Corner one. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the kayali fragrances, a majority of them, not all of them. But sometimes the lasting power, if you aren't layering it or, again, drenching yourself, sometimes the lasting power is a little lacking. The scent, I love it. But I would, you know, if I could do a decant to have a travel size of the Paris Corners, I think it's Care Pistachio, I would do that. And I probably, save my money on this, just for the main reason of longevity. They smell identical. I feel like hair might be a little more nutty versus being powdery. Like Yum Pistachio is a little more powdery, I feel. But yeah, so again, if you have an interest in the fragrance, by all means, start out with the travel size first, because that's what I did. I love the scent of it, and then I went ahead and got the bigger bottle. But then Paris Corners came out with the Care Pistachio, and then kind of, changed the game for a lot of us. So yeah, so I would buy this again then if I absolutely could not get the dupe version. Because again, I do like the kayali fragrances. I just, need to work a little more on the lasting power for some of them, except for Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. I have been able to get the lasting power from that on its own. When I have to pair it with similar body care items. And it's kind of the same way for the rest of the line too. But yeah, you really gotta like do your layers. And sometimes we all don't want to do the layers. We just want to be able to wear it, have it last, and go on our merry little way. But anyway, I digress. And this one is Juliettehasagun, Vanilla Vibes. This is also a travel size that I started out with, and then I did upgrade a few months ago to the full size of this. Now, originally, I was trying to use this up because I was not in love with it at first so Vanilla Vibes is truly, to me, it is a salty vanilla summer scent. It's got like fresh, it's not overly sweet. It's kind of that just like I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, like fresh ocean air mixed with vanilla, if that helps out. I'll kind of, again, make sure I put the notes up on the screen of what's included. But I was trying to use this up, and I figured, is a nice bedtime fragrance. And what I ended up doing was I ended up pairing it with Ouai's Melrose Place. So the previous hair and body scrub, or scalp and body scrub I mentioned earlier, and it made the most beautiful scent. And so originally I wasn't going to rebuy it, but then I liked how it paired with Melrose Place. And so it's kind of like, well, what else does it pair well with? I mean, on its own, it works also. Again, as a summer fragrance, so if you don't like super heavy vanillas, this is perfect. I mean, especially, again, as we're going into the hot weather, but you still want your vanilla, you still want that vanilla scent, that fresh vanilla scent. This works. And I'll have probably some other scent combinations I'm trying to do with this summer as well that I'll share. So I would buy this. Again, I have a bottle that I have to go through. So, but it's not something right now I would get a backup bottle of, because again, it's one of those that I feel like it's a classic. I don't think they would retire it because it is a pretty basic one. And so again, like with the Soldejaneiro, if I decided I want it again in the future, I know where to go and get it. Sephora will always be happy to take my money. All right, so next I got one random item here. It's the Up and Up Smooth Slide Floss. Yeah, I had just thrown that in there. I've probably gone through a couple of these, but I love a good flossing session. It's cathartic, just, if you're having a crazy day after work and you're trying to like think through some things, yeah, and it's after dinner, just get on in there and just floss the stress away. And this is also works because it is like, if you have tightly, like, if you like, close, your teeth are super close together, or if you have gaps, I mean, it's smooth enough to kind of get in and out. So, so if you don't like, and again, I think Oral-B makes a similar brand, but, or this is similar to the Oral-B brand. The only thing I didn't like about this one, it does shred a little easily because this little, cutter part here, it would shred, whereas the Oral-B one doesn't do that as much. But either way, just don't be in a rush when you're trying to use it. And so again, whether I want to buy it or not, I'm still buying it because you gotta floss. All right. And I'm kind of getting to the end here. I've got 4 more products here. So we're getting close. This here is the Kinky Curly line. So this one's the Not Today Natural Leave-In Conditioner and Detangler. And this one is the Original Curling Custard. I have coily hair. I love these products. I would buy them again, and I will buy them again. But right now, I have been using a lot of the products from the Dew. And as a result, I have, again, a lot of hair care that I also need to go through. And so once I start seeing a dent in those products I've been using, then I will go ahead and rebuy these. Again, they're not cheap. I don't know what's cheap these days anyway, but I think these both retail for about $17 each. Sally's sells it, Target, I think Walmart may sell it, and I think they sell these online. Oh, and also Whole Paychecks, aka Whole Foods. I like it because when I do a wash and go, or right now I'm kind of sporting a wash and no, but when I do a wash and go, this comes in handy because there's also the, oh gosh, what is it? The clarifying. And I forgot what the clarifying one is, but it's got a green label on it. But these work together so well. Kind of make sure like your wash day pretty quick. Like my hair it's short. I mean, it kind of comes down to here when it's straightened. So it doesn't take me a super long time to do it, but, and they also kind of pair with other items. So I was trying to go through these to use it up because I only had like a little bit left and I wanted to kind of use it up before it kind of started to dry up. But, when I washed my hair, detangled, I had put this in, I put this through as well, just again, making sure my hair was still very wet, just to be able to kind of go through and truly manipulate my curl pattern. And then I topped it with this. This is still full, but this one was almost going to go in the chopping block because I was not big on, it says it's a one product wash and go, but I don't like it just using it by itself. So when I combine these two together, it worked so well. I like the definition. The only thing is I did not let my hair, I didn't sit under a dryer to let it set, and I didn't use my diffuser long enough. So once I went to bed later that night, like it kind of transformed into what you see here. But yeah, so I will probably end up buying this again when I buy this, because these two are, to me, a dynamic duo. And then the last two items I have, I've got the Vaseline Cocoa Radiant Body Oil. This one I did like. I right now have a bottle of the Equate brand, the Walmart generic brand version that I'm using, but I have been on the brown sugar babe train lately. It's an expensive train, but it's a lovely train. So I have not been showing, this product as much love lately because the brown sugar babe ones, those are truly oils. This is a gel based. So it's a little more liquidy, a little more liquid. I guess they both are, but I don't know what's this, maybe a higher viscosity for this. And so this one can be, it's a little, I want to say thicker as well, a little more gloppy. And so this is something that I would use straight out of the shower to probably start as a layer, or, mix it in with my unscented body cream to truly get, get that shine, get that moisture. And so if I would repurchase this, I will say that, because again, like I said, I have the Equate version, although I think I might I'm not sure which one I like better, if it's the Equate version or Vaseline version, brand version better. To me, they're both kind of the same. So honestly, I would probably save myself some money and get the store brand. And if this is on sale, I would buy it again. But right now, I've been using a lot of the brown sugar babe stuff that I've been buying. And so the body oil gel that's in my bathroom hasn't been getting as much love. But, totally worth buying, honestly, because it is a good basic scent for your gourmand fragrances. And there is also, I think the Johnson & Johnson brand has an aloe scented one. And so for any of your fresh scents, that pairs well. That again, and you want that nice, skin, you know, with a nice sheen. I like a sheen. I like to look like a glazed donut personally. So I would buy this again, and its other off-brand counterparts. And the last item I have is from the Honey Pot Company. It's the Sensitive Foaming Wash. I would buy this again, but I'm also aware that, you know, there's other, you know, I'd probably almost do even a mild soap. So, you know, again, if this is on sale, I would buy it. You know, I think it was created by, I think the company, I think sold probably last year. I think there was some controversy with it, but I'm trying to do better about supporting smaller brands versus a big conglomerates. I mean, granted, I did go over through a whole bunch of things here that are, again, from the big conglomerates, just like, again, but some of these smaller brand lines that I mentioned before, like Crown Jewel Melanin, the Dew is, you know, is one, like, it's still owned by the, although it's not empty, of course, but trying to be more cognizant of that. And so, all that to say is I would buy this again, but I also use, you know, there's mild soap you can use. There's the, Dr. Bronner's, the baby, the sensitive one, that, you know, I think if I can remember to put what this retails for, you know, there are other alternatives. So this isn't, you know, the end all be all, but I have also the normal one as well, the orange bottle. And I do like it. And so, you know, if it came down to it, I would buy it again, but I'm not feeling the need to have backups on backups on backups of it. So, so I believe that is everything. I don't know if you have any empties like this, if you kind of hoard yours to be able to kind of go back through and look at your progress before I go ahead. I know I'm going to go and dump these in the recycling bin because I'm tired of looking at them now. But if you have any brands in here that you've seen that you like, you know, don't like, go ahead and sound off in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Lots more content to come. And in the meantime, if you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me, and we'll talk to you again later. Bye.